Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a basic wire wrapped ring like this. This is just a mother of pearl wire wrapped ring. We're going to be using an amethyst bead to make one of these. I got to make an 11.5. So here's our bead, and of course you're going to need your wire. This is 20 gauge black coated copper wire, and usually you're going to want to cut about a foot. You can just eyeball it. Cut about that much. And like always, it's always better to have too much than too little. So don't worry if you cut a little extra. Just try not to cut too little. So we slide our bead on just like this. We're going to get it halfway down on either side, so we got even amount of wire on either side. And just bend your wire up on either side, just like this, with your fingers. And then we could take one and pull it down to make your basic ring shape. Now obviously this is going to be much smaller than an 11.5, which is fine because we're just getting the shape of a circle started. So just use your fingers and get it all the way wrapped around. And this is when our ring mandrel comes into play, right here. You're going to slide your ring onto the ring mandrel, and we're going to go to an 11.5. So we're going to slide it all the way down till we get to about just past 11. And you can see that stretched our wire out, our ring out. So, and now we could take the wire and wrap it around the mandrel all the way. You can see, just like that. And this is just a cheap little ring mandrel. I've paid $8 for at a bead shop. It's a piece of plastic, but it works great. It's served me well. So now we've got our basic ring shape and about the size we want. And you can use your fingers to sort of adjust it to get it the way you want it. But don't worry if it's not perfect, because once you slide it back on the ring mandrel, when you're done, it'll even things out a bit. So I'm just going to double check, make sure that it's big enough. Looks like it is. And for beginners, you can actually keep your ring on the mandrel while you do this step. You just take it right at the edge of the bead, the wire that's sticking out, and use your pliers and just bend it at a 90-degree angle on either side. And this will help a lot of people. You can see I'm just taking my pliers and bending it at a 90-degree angle, just like that. And then you use your fingers. You just hold onto your wire, and then we're just going to wrap it around that bead right there. And I do one side at a time, so you're going to want to keep both sides right here even next to each other. So just hold on to that, and you could take your wire and just wrap it around the ring. This does take a little bit of practice now. I mean, don't be surprised if your first few rings go in the garbage. So just use your fingers and wrap it around just like this. Sorry, the angle I'm holding this at, it's making my fingers hurt. You can just go on the other side now that you got that first wrap. And just wrap it around again on this side. I usually wrap it twice around. So, and see, that side is perfect. See, just like that, what we've got so far. And then the other side, since we've already got it wrapped, we could just go ahead and finish it and do one more wrap around, and it should be perfect. And just use your fingers for this part. And now you've got that excess on there, so we'll just cut it off. Make sure we're good. Nice and even. Let's see if it's an 11.5. Perfect. 11.5. Just like that. And just take your wire cutters and cut the excess wire off on either side. And then part of it will be sticking up, so just take some chain nose pliers and just smash that flat in there. That way it doesn't get caught on anything or snagged. And what's really cool about this being like a black wire is you can actually take a permanent marker, permanent black marker of course, and you can fill in where you cut your wire so it's all black. Let's see, I know I got one around here. I like to use these Marks A Lot markers because they're a little bit better than Sharpies. I know, it's blasphemy. Better than Sharpies? What? And you can just mark that place where you cut it. And that turns it all black. And so there you have it. An 11.5 amethyst ring. Wire wrapped ring. Super easy. Takes some practice. Thanks for checking out this video. I hope it was informative, and I apologize for the crappy angle. Have a nice day.